Hello and hi. Feeling very news anchorish right now, which works with the topic we're going to talk about today. Hi, I like to reintroduce myself as an elder emo. My credentials include going to 5 previous Warp Tours and a 6th and a 7th one this year, as well as being around and being a tweenager, preteen, when all the emo music really hit the stage peak mode. I was there for the release of From Under the Cork Tree, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, as well as My Chemical Romance, Three Cheers from Sweet Revenge, and The Black Parade, which I talked about multiple times, about how much that album was on rotation back then, and still is today. So, with those qualifications, and the fact that we are 1 month away officially for DC's Warp Tour, because we have 3 times Warp Tours happening this year, I figured, let me put together a great guide of tips and tricks to help you guys out if you're also going to the festival like I am.
Welcome to Warp Tour.
I don't really have an order for these, but I feel like everything I'm about to talk about is very helpful, especially as someone who has done the tour 5 times. Obviously, I'm no expert compared to people that have gotten to do the tour since its birth, but unfortunately, I was only 3 years old when it first started in 95. Although this footage from 2012 does look like it was happening in 2004. Let's get this countdown and this list started. First things first, plan ahead. It's going to be an all-day festival. There's going to be so many bands and also comedians this time, and a lot more unique experiences this time that I don't even know what we're going to encounter. I highly suggest that you write down your must favorites, because you need to pick priority and you need to figure out, because there's normally about 8 bands playing at the same time. Treat it like a convention. You're not going to be able to do everything you want to do, and you're not going to be able to see all the bands that you want to see. So pick your top 5s. They also have the Warped Tour app, which looks insanely helpful. You're able to go through the list and pick your favorites, which makes it a lot easier, since sometimes just seeing the block of 100 plus names is overwhelming. In the past, I think I was able to see around 5 to 10 bands a day, depending on how long you want to stay for the duration of each performance. Just remember, results can and will vary. On the same note, give yourself a chance to discover new bands. I love that Warped Tour rolled out artists for the 30 days daily. It gave us a chance to really see everyone that's playing and see if you vibe to the music or not. There's so many amazing bands that get featured, and it can be overwhelming. But I've discovered so many amazing bands that are still a part of my heavy rotation to this day. I Fight Dragons, Necrogoblicon, Ice Nine Kills were all bands I first discovered through Warped Tour. And this year, one of my most highly anticipated bands to see is State Champs. Honestly, I probably would have missed them if it wasn't for the rollout that Warp did. I'm so happy that I discovered them prior, because they are now a part of my really high top list to see. I know everyone says this, it's really true. Dress for comfort. This is very important. You're going to be outside all day long in the summertime. It's going to be hot. You're going to be sweaty. You're going to get tired. You're standing on hard pavement most of the time. So, as cute as it would be to be able to rock out in some Doc Martens, although Doc Martens can be comfy if you've broken them in, or Demonias, which again, I have seen people wear, and I can agree that some of the pairs are comfortable, but if you're not used to it, don't wear those. It's Vans Warped Tour. Rep the brand. Stick to Vans. They really are one of the best shoes, and I have been a loyal wearer of them for over 2 decades at this point, as well as I worked for them previously in one of the retail locations for a couple years. So yeah, I'm a loyal member of the company. I love fashion, I love dressing up, and I love being able to show off alternatively. And I love seeing the outfits that everyone has. And I love being able to put something together that's really cute too, but do it in a comfortable way. Because again, you're going to be there all day long, rocking out. There's going to be people running into you. People are going to be mosh pitting all over the place, crowd surfing. So just remember your surroundings. That's all I'm saying. As well as being comfortable, stay hydrated. I know everyone says it, but it's so important, especially when you remember you're going to be out in the hot sun all day. And remember your surroundings. You're going to be around a whole bunch of people. It's going to be hot. You're going to be sweaty, like I just said before. Drink water. It's so important. And keep a water bottle with you if you can get a bigger one, as much as they allow. I know they have the FAQ on the website. get the biggest size you can because it'll save you trips to the water stations. Because the water stations, although very convenient and all over the place, they get crowded. So the less times you have to fill up your water bottle, the better. I'll also say this as a recommendation, even though I don't follow it as well as I should, but wear sunscreen. Because again, you're going to be out in the sun all day. At least apply it in the morning, because I'll apply it in the morning and then I'll be good for most of the day. But it's a running joke that go to Warped Tour. We're already pale as ever because most of us are alternative punks or goths. So we don't go out in the sun. So for that, you're going to be much more sensitive to the sun. You're going to burn easier. So just keep that in mind. These are the elder emo mom tips, as I would say. Although these tips have been talked about for years on end. Here's the proof. You can see from my nose. Because the last Warped Tour was on the Atlantic City beach, we all got hella burned being in the sun all day. The one thing I love at Warped Tour is it's not just about the music. The music is the most important thing, and the bands are the most important thing. But I love that it's basically an alternative festival / convention in a way. We have the section of all the vendors, of a lot of nonprofits, and so it's wonderful to be able to check out the tents. Don't miss those, especially the nonprofits, because a lot of times the nonprofits will have a lot of freebies that you can get. Remember fidget spinners back in the day? I ended up getting this at one of the nonprofit tents for Skull Candy. This is probably very dated right now because it's crazy to think that I think this is 10 years old. I don't like feeling old. Since fidget spinners are a big thing right now, I've made it so I only get free once. So I just got another one. But I still have it. It's a cool little souvenir. I've gotten a lot of clothing from Warped Tour. Obviously, I'm wearing the Warped Tour shirts. They're always going to have their official merch. But you can get a lot of really awesome clothes from different vendors and find out some really cool, unique things. I will put a little sub asterisk here, though. Don't feel pressured to buy anything or give out your information if you don't want to. Because I know sometimes the nonprofits, some of them are more charitable than others. And if you don't believe in it, you don't have to support it. But for the most part, there's some really, really awesome nonprofits. They definitely want to help. And it's nice that they have them all listed already in the app. A lot of them are really cool, like To Write Love on Our Arms and Keep Abreast. They're definitely trying to make life better, and it's nice to be able to support them. I'm also really curious of some of the sponsors they're going to have this year, including Phineas and Ferb. Because I understand it's coming back as a reboot, but I never would have thought Phineas and Ferb or anything Disney would connect with the Warped Tour. So I'm so curious. I know Bowling for Soup is going to be there. They do the theme song for Phineas and Ferb. I never watched Phineas and Ferb, but I understand the memes and quote it because of the memes. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with that.
Ferb, I know what we're going to do today.
On the same note, with the tents, a lot of the artists and bands do hang out there. So that's another reason you want to go around, check it out respectfully. Unfortunately, I've heard horror stories about concert etiquette, which is such a shame because they're people too. Like, we're all human. We're all related to each other in that sense. No one is better than others. And they're really talented people, which is wonderful. And that's one of the reasons I want to get to know them. But for the most part, you're able to go up and just say hi. And they're really chill. They're really cool. I was able to say hey to Spencer Charnes. He was at his booth selling his clothing line. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. But he was selling his clothing line there. Really awesome person. I got to meet some of them and get autographs. I got my picture with Necrogoblicon, which is one of the best moments of my life on my birthday. So it's such a great way to be grounded and to meet the people that you love and the music that you love and have a cool moment, a genuine moment. Like I say, respectfully do it. And just remember, we're all the same. We're here to have a great time. Because we're 25 years within the 21st century, we need our phones. It is literally a life or death situation. It's the best way to communicate. So I always say keep it charged. Again, a very, very common tip. Of course, you want to make sure that you have your charger as well. I have my extra large charger that you probably don't need this long, but I like it. It just makes things easier. And a portable battery charger. As much as I love that charger, technology has improved even further since then, and you can find really small chargers that you can plug into your phone directly. There's tons of options online or in store. In a crowded place, we don't have walkie-talkies anymore, unfortunately, because that's how people used to communicate before cell phones. In big crowds, they would have walkie-talkies. But we have our phones. And I know sometimes the signal doesn't always work, but you still want to have that in case. So, portable charger, put that on your list, take it with you with your phones. Very simple. Another thing that a lot of people forget to bring, which is a really cool thing, again, kind of linked to the nonprofits, is you can either pay $5, I believe, or do what I do, bring canned goods, and you can skip the line and get into the show faster. And that is so helpful. And plus, you're doing a good thing. It's so easy to go to the store, get a couple canned goods. They're not expensive at all. You can get what you need for about $1 or $2. Even with all the inflation prices. So that's always my number one tip that I do recommend. That's a little bit different, but get your canned goods for the skip the line pass, and you can get in earlier and enjoy the festival for longer. Because Warped Tour is a lot different this year compared to the past, where it would come to a city near you. Now it's a limited festival in 3 locations. Check out the town if you have time. Make some time. I'm really excited. I've never been to DC before. I've been looking up, I've been researching what I want to do. I'm really excited to be able to have my little sophisticated museum day before Warped Tour and then get into the crowd and enjoy all the music and just vibe. Look up the guides. Look up what the locals are saying. The great thing about having internet is you have research literally within seconds. And you have so much information at your fingertips, like they say. So do your research. Going back to planning ahead. Plan ahead for the city you're going to be in and look up some really cool things that you can do. Like I said, I've never been to DC before, so I was able to order this wonderful visitor's guide that also came with a map for free from their tourist official website. I love that we have physical media in some form, besides just online content, although that is insanely helpful as well. But there's just no excuse anymore to not be prepared in this day and age. And I know there's going to be a lot of after shows as well. There's going to be so much activity going on outside of the festival alone that I'm really excited to see the emo crowd that's going to be around. And of course, I'm taking you guys with me. I'm going to bring this with me, of course, and we're going to vlog. Whatever I do, I'm excited to share. I know this also can apply to any convention that you go to as well as any other event that you go to, but just have fun and try to make some friends and get to know people. The great thing is they're already cool for the most part. You have a lot in common if you're going to be here. You like the same music, especially with the bands you're seeing. So it's an instant connection right there. It's a really special event. I'm so happy it's back for the 30th anniversary, which is so crazy that it's that old. Are we the old people now? The older emos? I will forever be emo though. I will never change in that respect. And I hope you guys don't either. But I've been counting down for over a year. This is one of my favorite events to go to. I looked forward to it every single summer when it was a yearly thing. I'm so grateful I got to celebrate one birthday there. Hello, it's my birthday! And I would love to celebrate more birthdays since I have a summer birthday. But I'm still so excited to just hang out, to vibe, to be able to see more concerts. You know I love concerts. Half of the videos on this channel are concerts. I'm so excited to see some old favorites of mine. I'm excited to see new favorites, and it's going to be a fantastic time.
You guys are absolutely incredible. Make some noise for yourselves today. It's people like you that keep Vans Warped Tour alive.
If you guys are also going, let me know what date you're going to, if you're going to DC or if you're going to Long Beach or Orlando, because I'm also going to Orlando later in the year, because of course I am. I'm not going to give up an opportunity to go to Orlando, especially with Epic Universe open now. I'm so psyched for that. But let me know if you have any more helpful tips or tricks that you'd like to share in the comments below. Let me know what date you're going to and what bands you're excited to see. Let's start a conversation. And you can stay tuned for some more Warped Tour content along the way. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.